All right, so now this is I'm excited. I've been excited for this one. I thought of this topic and I thought let's see what everyone thinks, because obviously you guys always like
My favorite one.
you guys always do Prem. You guys always do Prem. Yeah. But like this one's like we watch football. We've grown up watching football. Even here, a lot of our players might be Premier League footballers. But this one I gave everyone a chance to pick players that they've enjoyed from any league and just their lives growing up. So maybe you get to get a better sense of the guys on the table and what kind of players they like. So what we're doing now is our favorite ever player in every position. Yeah. So our favorite ever goalkeeper, our favorite ever right back, centre halves, left backs, and so on and so on. You can have honourable mentions if you want. But ultimately I want that player. I want your favourite player ever in that position.
Yep.
And then I want to see who everyone has, because you never know. Might get some gems, we might get some funny ones. Might get if you get a couple matching ones, that'd be cool as well. We have the same favorite player in position.
So it's just favorite player in position, right?
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
So also leave your comments as well. Comment below your favorite player in every position. We would love to see yours. And we'll be reading your comments as well as usual. Sean does like to reply to a lot of your comments.
The reason why we got like 500 comments or 1,000 comments on YouTube is
half of them are Sean.
60% of your replies.
Yeah, so Sean replies to a lot of your comments. So if you guys want to get a reply from Sean, you know what to do. Leave a comment. Comment below who's got the most similar to you from the table, your list of as well, and tweet hashtag SDSPod on obviously Twitter, and tweet anything you want, anything that's going on in the world of football, anything you want us to talk about, anything that happens in the week, etc., etc. We also do read the hashtag and we do get involved, and follow the TikTok at SDSPod.
I'm just hoping that I get a couple of these 17, 18-year-olds to understand who were ballers, and then they can do their research.
Now we'll see if you know ball. But
they annoy me right now with some of the shit they talk about on
I read hella
Insta.
Virgil van Dijk. That's a chill, man.
Shit out, man.
Yeah. All right. So, guys, your favorite ever goalkeeper. Sean, I'm gonna start with you because you were a goalkeeper. So growing up, you must have studied a lot of goalkeepers.
Yes.
Right.
Obviously, you had personal favourites because they were your club goalkeepers. So when I was growing up, Kudicini, Ed De Hoy, Mark Bosnich.
I hate that head, David.
You hate Ed De Hoy, innit?
I hate that
No, but like they were like the club, your club
Should I say Ed De Hoy or
goalkeepers. Your club goalkeepers.
Yeah.
But obviously, when you look like when I was growing up, obviously the goalkeepers that you look to were Peter Schmeichel, Oliver Kahn.
Schmeichel. How you say his name?
What, Schmeichel?
It sounds like you're saying my name. We've already gone through this.
What, Schmeichel? Schmeichel.
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 Yes.
Peter Schmeichel.
Yeah.
Oliver Kahn.
Yeah.
But it's got to be Manuel Neuer for me. He was always my favourite goalkeeper. Yeah, he's my favourite keeper of all time. Yeah. Just he is people always see it as like, oh, it's because of he was like the starter of people who
can play.
Play.
Can play with the
he'd be sitting on the 35, 45 yards out playing just the knockback passes like a centre back would be. The centre back would be on the edge of the other centre half of the centre circle, and he'll be just there just knocking balls to the left back, right back. Unless first time.
Unless Dejan Stankovic is in the middle of the park.
Exactly. You're right. He's not having it.
No. But like literally first time passing and stuff like that, he started that. But at the same time, he was still elite goalkeeper. So definitely. The saves he's made, like, and my personal favourite was always it wasn't even too long ago, but his save against Marco Reus, I think it was like the last minute of a derby. I don't know if it was in the poker or if it was just a league match. But the free kick against Marco Reus, where he literally traps the ball dead with the bottom of his hand, just he traps it on the line, and it was just to me it was because the free kick was so good, and I'm like, how has he stopped that, and how has he got it out of there? It's like when David Seaman pulls it back from behind him. That one there for me was one of the best saves. Yeah,
Ramsdale save.
Yeah, that one for me was one of the
Patrice
best.
Ever ripped him though.
I know, man. Sometimes you get ripped, bro. It's life. I've been ripped. You can find me. There's videos of me online where I've got ripped still.
Yeah, I'd love to see some. Actually, I've seen one. Top
yes.
bin.
I weren't top bin still. I was just out of shape.
All right, your favorite goalkeepers, guys?
I got Edward van der Sar.
Edward van der Sar, I thought so. What is it? What was it about him? What was it about him?
I don't know, man. I just, it's
what was it? Ajax days?
During that period of football.
Ajax days?
Fulham? No, Fulham days.
I don't know. Potentially Ajax.
Fulham maybe.
Ajax, who won the Champions League, no?
But for me, United. You're obviously gonna know it's United, innit? But
Sometimes it
nah,
could be
for me,
90,
bro,
man.
there was a time where Vidic,
Did he win the
Ferdinand,
Champions League with Ajax? Surely not.
I think he
Clarence
did.
Seedorf,
you're right,
yeah,
he did,
96, no?
He did.
Is it? He must have been young then.
Yeah, he was young then. Yeah,
I don't know if it was 96.
he
I
still
don't want to
play-
stamp it and say 96,
95.
but
No,
95,
they won the Champions League then. Yeah, Seedorf. But I don't know
95,
if Van der Sar was in goal.
was it
by then.
Edwin? I feel like it was Edwin.
Edwin was involved.
If Liban's confirmed it, then it's true.
I'm sure. Let me just double check.
Oh,
that.
you confirmed it, man.
I don't want people coming on.
Nah, I'm just questioning it.
I'll get the stick, not you. I'll get the stick.
Nah,
for
I
saying
think
it.
he did. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think
If
he
he
did.
did impressive. I know they won the Champions League in mid 90s.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
In
impressive.
95, I
Nice.
said it. Yeah, 95.
It's not far off. I said
But,
96.
You know, there was a time where I genuinely did not see my team conceding a goal. When it was Van der Sar, Vidic, and Ferdinand. Like it did. I used to go into games thinking we're not conceding, man.
Yeah. It's like us now, yeah.
You
Similar.
know what I mean? So crazy,
Yeah.
crazy.
It's true though.
You know,
Ramsdale's got more clean sheets.
It's crazy.
Goals conceded.
Hey guys, don't affiliate me with Sharks. You know,
Yeah,
like,
Sharks
I
is
rate
nuts.
Arsenal straight, but I
Sharks
can't
is
do
nuts. I know what Sharks doing.
too much.
He's got a sickness.
Ramsdale's got more clean sheets than goals conceded. He's never
Okay.
lost a game.
What
in
about
an Arsenal
Mendy?
shirt.
Bro, he's that.
Okay,
2
Ramsdale's
months.
never lost a
He's
game in
that,
Arsenal.
he's that 2 months into his Arsenal
Exactly, it's
career.
not impressive. He's not lost a game in 2 months.
Yeah, well, I'm
We
Is
trying
that
to.
not
need to see-
impressive?
we need to see how long that can go for.
Yeah, we've got Liverpool on the weekend. We'll see.
Oh, that's the ending.
ending.
That's the ending. Hey,
I'm gonna be
that's
there.
ending.
I'm
That's
gonna be
ending.
there.
you're gonna be there. Oh, that's the ending. So
Alright,
I hat trick already. I can see it.
Alright, Van der Sar, Fez. Let's goalkeepers. My favorite goalkeeper is Jens Lehmann.
Not
Yes.
Emi Martinez.
Nah, he talks about us too much now. Man. Jens Lehmann. It was toss up between Lehmann and Ramsdale.
Ramsdale already.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's too early. It's too early.
That's crazy.
But with Lehmann, it was like my first goalkeeper. Like, as an Arsenal fan, it was my first ever. Like, it's my introduction to Arsenal.
Yeah.
And he was just a madman. Like, it was, it's like for me, it's like
yeah.
goalkeepers. We were talking about earlier, like the bit crazy.
They're going softer though.
I like personality. Yeah, I like personality.
Yeah.
Like little things when, even when you watch it back now, when like Lehmann would go and like he's getting the ball from like the crowd, he gets it and then like he's walked to time waste and he hits it against the board and acts like he bounced off the board to go get it back.
Yeah.
It's like little stuff like that. Like he was crazy. Like he would
Pissing
do
on the side as
pissing
well.
on the side.
Yeah.
Like the character, and obviously, and on top, and added to that, he was a very good goalkeeper.
Yeah.
He was an elite goalkeeper.
No, he was.
He was my introduction to Arsenal.
Lampard
club.
said, "Yeah, goalkeepers are crazy people.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be crazy to be a goalkeeper."
Yes.
Oliver Kahn's
And I get it. I get what you mean by that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to
I'm a
be.
bit crazy.
You have to- yeah, you are. We know that. We know that. All right, moving on. Let's go into
I
the
wish I could
defensive.
say my goalkeeper. Like, oh, skip me.
Oh
Did
shit!
you not say keeper?
No, not once.
Yeah, wait.
Oh.
Do you want Sean? You want Lever?
I thought I was
right
last.
back, go on.
So it's
Crazy in the dunya, you know.
start who's the keeper.
Dida.
Dida.
He's my
Good
favourite
choice.
keeper,
I like
man.
that. That's a good choice.
Shot
though.
stopper.
Was he
elite.
good?
He was
Yeah,
I remember him very well.
Wallah is very good,
He was
bro.
very good.
What was he
I
good?
I used to love him, bro.
AC Milan. I remember him.
I was a huge
remember
AC Milan guy.
I remember him on
very well
Pez.
still.
I remember him on Pez.
Yeah. No, bro, he was.
I know. I remember him as well when we played him
Kaka.
in the Champions League back in 2005. Man United, AC Milan. This guy was.
Bro.
You know how annoying he was.
Bro,
Yeah,
he was
they
on
knocked
the
you out.
elite penalty
They knocked you out,
stopper,
but he was stopping
commander.
everything,
He was crazy.
Everything.
Everything, bro. He was elite.
Nah, I like that pick.
Elite shot stopper, man.
You like AC Milan, didn't you?
Bro,
When
heavy.
you were younger,
You'll see
yeah.
my team. You'll see my
Yeah.
team today. I'll be like, this is 2 AC Milan.
Okay, I'm looking forward to. All right, so going to the defensive positions. Let's go right back. Who's your favorite right back?
Danny Alves, man, easy. That one's a quick, easy one.
Danny Alves
Yeah,
as
don't
well.
need to say long. Most
Danny Alves
trophies.
as well.
Danny Alves for me too.
It's your era,
elite
innit?
footballer as well.
Huh?
Nah,
Yes,
yeah, 100%. It's your era, though.
Yeah, 100%.
Mm.
What about you?
Cafu.
Yeah, I heard that.
Crazy, bro.
What, Roma days?
Roma,
Milan?
AC Milan, didn't matter, bro.
Why do you like doing that?
What's this?
You know what days it is, but you like saying they're completely different teams. Why do you like doing that? It's like he's trying to show off.
To
that
show
he
his
knows-
knowledge,
to
to
show his
show
knowledge
his
what
knowledge.
they're trying to do. Yeah, yeah,
Sometimes
I
No,
got
but
you.
it's like
I got what you're
there's
onto.
difference because like you had like there's Cafu, but then there's like obviously Danny Alves is most decorated and he's been like.
But for me, it's not most decorated. It's like he was such a good footballer. Like, him and Messi's partnership on the right
yeah,
side.
but bro,
like,
it's an elite team, bro. It was
Yeah.
it's the best.
Oh, he
arguably
was
the
elite
best.
at
but he was
Sevilla as well.
also-
Wallahi, bro.
No, I know, but it's
Sevilla,
no,
why
no,
was he
no.
at Sevilla,
No,
bro?
of course, he's.
yeah,
he's
he
one of
wasn't
the
like a Barcelona like guy that came
Yeah.
out of Barcelona
Yeah.
ranks. They
Nah,
signed
but
him
like-
to be in that team because they thought he would fit that purpose.
Yeah.
And then he
did.
went on to when did you know?
And then he played at
Juventus.
Juventus.
and he went
played in
PSG as
France.
well.
PSG.
Yeah, and he kept his performance levels
Yeah.
same.
Yeah.
Like, he's always been good, you know.
elite.
Yeah.
But like
But
people,
yeah,
people
Cafu,
like
I
Cafu,
hear a lot about Cafu.
even Philip Lahm, bro.
Yeah.
Philip Lahm
Yeah.
is high up there, bro. They've never had a right back since Philip Lahm ever been like that.
I
Because
thought they found it in Kimmich, but they put him in centre mid, didn't
yeah,
they?
but this is what Lahm was like. They thought Lahm was like a centre midfielder, but they had him at right back. But Philip Lahm at right back was arguably one of the best players,
Wallah.
best right backs of all time as well. But
Facts.
Cafu was tearing up legends, bro. He flicked it over Nedved's head about 3 times. Roma Lazio, he took. I think I don't know if it was a centre half or the keeper.
See, reference Roma, that's why, man.
Sprayed the ball out to him at Roma. Took it on his chest, flicked it over Nedved's head once, flicked it back over his head again, and flicked it back over him again 3 times in the same segment, and just ran past me.
For fullback, yeah.
Cafu was
But he's Brazilian. Well,
I've
Cafu, I've watched Cafu live once. I don't think, have any of you guys watched Cafu live?
I watched him
A lot.
match.
I watched him once at Wembley Cup.
AC Milan.
Yeah, I watched that Wembley
watched him
Cup.
a lot.
I could see the quality. Like
Cafu was crazy.
I was watching the I think the defense was Cafu, Poet. I think yeah.
Cafu Poet.
Yeah, and
That's
Christian
a
D was on the pitch.
Do you know how
it was a good game.
there's a lot of Nax people that have played with legends.
It was a good game, man. Like Wembley Cup. I forgot what team he played for. I think he played for Exeter. No. It was Cafu was on Willenese team.
That's crazy.
The fact he's playing in
Good
these
partnership.
games with
Yeah,
that
it's a good partnership.
Staff, man.
Good partnership. But Cafu, I've heard a lot about Cafu.
Yeah.
One of the greats of all time.
My introduction to football was Cafu and that.
Yeah.
Bro, the first ever football match I watched, like my eyes on TV.
What was it?
Was in the
Was
school,
World Cup?
Look at this.
in school days.
Look at this.
Was that the flicking over the head
Yeah.
stuff?
Yeah, nasty. Again. Yeah, he had too much flair. Yeah, he's a baller.
That's Nedved, you know.
Yeah, he's a baller still.
That's not an average baller.
Yeah,
That's
a vibe. He
Nedved.
kicked over my man's head 3 times.
Yeah, no, I believe it's.
No, but like just going forward as well, man.
Yeah.
His goal scoring ability, his crossing ability, his crossing was. He was an all round right back. It's about when you've got someone that can defend, attack, quality on the ball, quality goal scorer as well. Some of the goals he scored were crackers as well. So
Brazilian World Cup winner as well.
yeah.
Okay, so let's go into centre half. Who's your best favorite centre half?
Centre half or centre half?
If you got 2,
Yeah, two. Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Pick two.
Yeah.
They were 2.
go on.
Thiago Silva and Nesta. Thiago Silva, AC Milan days. Wallah, my favorite player for time. I remember when he joined AC Milan. I was heavy into AC Milan.
I could tell by
Bro, I
the
was
team.
heavy into AC Milan. Wallah, so when he came,
He's making an AC Milan All-Star team.
bro, wallah, the way you read it looks like it. But no, wallah, he was unreal, man. I remember when he came and I was like, this guy's so unreal.
Yeah.
And then obviously before when he had at PSG and then Chelsea history, but wallah, he's been one of the best centre backs you could say.
For me, he's still is, man.
10, 15 years.
Yeah.
If so, whatever. But wallah, no, him and then Nesta. He's one of the
Nesta,
greatest centre backs to play the game,
Yeah,
man.
but I'm surprised you know about Nesta, to be honest.
Nah,
Nesta.
Nesta.
Bro, I was head, bro.
It was
Really?
yeah,
I was
yeah,
head
it
to
was,
AC
yeah,
Milan,
it was.
Bro,
on top.
I started watching football 2002. So Nesta played up until what? 2000 and late 2000s? He played up until like
2009, 10,
Yeah.
8, 9, 10.
That's about 8 years of watching him, bro.
2009 Champions League final
Think
was
about it.
Liverpool's Milan.
But you got also remember that.
Yeah.
That's 2007.
Yeah.
We got also remember though, this is when we was young.
Yeah.
So for
Yeah, you're
me,
super young, yeah.
watching AC Milan when I was like 10, 11, bro, all these players just caught my eye.
Yeah,
Like,
sure,
so I
yeah.
watched them I'd not watch them weekly because I couldn't afford it back then. But like, you know, when the computers and shit came,
Yeah.
bro, I used to just watch so many AC Milan games, bro.
Yeah, Nesta was in my partnership still.
Bro, he's unreal, man.
Nesta and Terry was my partnership.
Oh, that's scary.
Mm.
That's scary. Yeah,
Mm.
Nesta.
With me, Thiago Silva, AC Milan days, more than
Yeah.
less. Wallah.
I always had a question mark. That's why with Thiago Silva, I always had a question mark. I said to myself, is he just getting away with it? But coming to Chelsea, seeing it now, I'm like, at his age now, and he's still like a Rolls Royce.
Yeah, and he came into
He's
he joined AC Milan not at like 24,
Yeah.
25, bro. He didn't join it when he was a youth man.
Mm.
He started a long career. PSG done really
It was
well.
it was tight for me. Obviously, I have to have Terry in there, but like Nesta back then, like when we in high school, everyone would have their diaries. And everyone would be building their best
teams,
11.
yeah,
Always
yeah.
drawing a whole pitch,
Yep.
pen it out. Who's your best 11 in the world at the time?
Yeah.
And Nesta was always there, like Nesta Cannavaro, Nesta Terry, all them kind of. It was always that partnership there.
Yeah.
Rio Nesta. That was always the partnerships everyone was always deliberating over. But Chiellini, for me, he's close. He's close because even in his latest Euros, he was showing like some freshness to him that I thought, fucking hell.
Could even say Sergio Ramos.
This man's 37, bro.
Yeah, he's in mine.
Nah, Sergio Ramos obviously, but in terms of defenders defending, like in terms of my defenders,
Yeah.
they're up there still.
I just love Nesta. Like his reading of the game was
Nesta
second
was
to
very
none,
good.
bro.
Nesta was
I
very
remember
good.
that tackle he did, that clean tackle on Messi. I think Messi had him a bit beat and he just came bow, and I was just
Nesta
like,
was-
this guy's unreal, man.
Nesta was very good.
Liban, who's your centre backs?
Mine is Puyol and Ramos, man.
That's exactly the same as mine.
You know why?
Exactly
We-
the same.
I understand it. We're the same age. You know what I mean? So
Exactly
it's
the
like-
same. Yeah. Yeah, 95 babies.
Yeah, 95 babies. You know what I mean?
Come on.
So, it makes sense.
Then because that's literally like pure our era. Like generally, like obviously we say Nesto's our time. But
yeah, because like if you're 15 years old, you're 95. So when you're 15, 14s, that's you're talking about 2010, bro.
That's when your love of football is probably at its
you probably know more about now. You start to know about ball like two.
Yeah, exactly. Like when you're a kid, you watch these plays, but. Yeah, Puyol and Ramos, like Barcelona and Real Madrid were the best teams in the world, clearly by then.
Spain,
for
the national team.
Ramos such a long time did it and all that stuff. We don't have to really pitch Ramos and Puyol anyways, but that's what I'm saying. Like it makes sense why.
I always thought Puyol was a bit of a passion merchant though.
But for me, that's what I'm saying. But that's similar to why I had Lehmann in. Yeah. It's like for me sometimes
for
like
you,
the passion. I like
it
adds to that because when we have memories of these people, you have that like you think of a centre back, you think of
leaders and
you think of leaders. Puyol, like I could just see that armband.
What game was it where Puyol? I think he was injured, but he still played.
Oh, he carried the plane.
You know that was for me when I had utmost respect for him.
Yeah, of course.
When he legit had an injury and he said, "Nah, I'm staying on the pitch."
Look at his body build, man. Even now, probably he still looks like a fucking Greek god.
Yeah, his long hair, it's like. Yeah, Puyol and Ramos for me. It's like it's a no-brainer. That Spain team dominated my era of watching 2008, 10, 2012. They won all the competitions. And that was Spain partnership.
It's mad though because like this is what I'm trying to say, and it's sad for me that all these little 17, 18-year-olds, 16-year-olds now they have not even sniffed Puyol.
Yeah,
they talk about Van Dijk's, and I had a guy sit beside me the other day when we was at Box Park, talking to me, how's Van Dijk not the clearest? How's Van Dijk? I'm like, brother, have you seen good defenders, bro? Yeah. You have not seen the top elite defenders. You haven't seen it.
It's true.
Right, Liverpool fans, you don't need to chill out though, man. You lot ride too hard. You don't let us breathe, you know.
Yeah,
let us breathe.
We need.
Liverpool fans are on my case.
We do,
when we talk about Tottenham, we dissed up Tottenham. I got maybe like one comment, bro.
Yeah.
My comments are still coming in about Salah, bro. Allow me, bro. It's like 4 weeks, bro.
They're coming strong.
All right. So left backs. Who is your greatest ever left back? Start with you.
Maldini.
Mr. AC Milan.
Lie, bro. I fell in love with football because of that team, man. Like, so for me, watching them all the time, like I said, you play in 3 different generations.
So apart from Dani Alves so far, you got fully AC Milan team so far.
No, Dani Alves never played for AC Milan.
That's apart from Dani Alves.
Yeah,
so far you got a full.
Craziest guy got AC Milan.
So Maldini, you know,
you could arguably say he's one of the greatest ever.
Yeah,
so
100%. Even he's a
question
mark to him. Yeah, him and Baresi. But him, he's even a question mark to even put in as a centre half, even though he was mainly a left back. But
and people don't know that, bro.
Yeah.
Well, I remember I was speaking to someone today about when I put my left back, and people were like, "Any centre back?" And I was like, "Nah,
mainly
left back, bro."
Yeah.
But that's how good he was.
Exactly, bro.
Crazy. Biggest, one of the biggest club legends there still.
I feel like Italian players back in the day, they were multifunctional players, man.
Yeah,
they had positions, but you could put them anywhere on the pitch.
Yeah.
Fitness to do
and back then,
weird like
now they look like robots.
No. But back then, I feel like
their league was the best as well.
You could play in any positions.
That's the craziest thing, man.
Yeah, they was in the era of a great league. That was a great league.
A left back, Sean?
Cashley.
Oh yeah, it's got to be.
Got to be Cashley.
I didn't think.
I knew it was a bit.
Yeah,
it has to be Ashley.
Can't be anyone else.
You can't grow up knowing that, like, through that era of like, we thought we had something good with Wayne Bridge, but then when Ashley came, it was just no one beats this guy. He won. He was a part of us winning league titles, and he was a major part of us.
I agree with all your points. As an Arsenal fan, I can't put him in it.
Yeah, I know.
I hate to. I'd love to. We won Invincible with him. We won stuff with him. And great.
But you know what it is as well, though. He came to the PAV and played.
Did he?
No, not Ashley.
Oh,
but another person, honourable mention. But Eric Abidal,
he comes to the PAV.
Yeah. He's a PAV.
Came to the PAV.
Brilliant.
Oh, this is Stonebridge Pavilion. It's not our area.
I got a phone call from the guy who runs it.
Yeah.
And he was saying to me, "Come down. I need to go and go for a game."
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I can't be bothered. Always phones me, asking me come and go. But it's always like with the old previous players like Mark Steen and that. And he said to me, "Just come down." He wouldn't say to me. He wouldn't say to me because he knew I'd come down. Yeah. He wanted me to personally say, "Oh, I'm coming down."
Yeah.
When I turned up, I see Eric Abidal there and all these other players. I said, "This is crazy." And when I saw him playing on the pitch, he was flying, bro.
Of course.
And I'm like, but I'm saying he's physically like way better than everybody. And this is like a 40-something year old man, bro.
It's mad.
I was like,
Why
yeah,
was he in
bro.
Wembley?
don't lose it.
mad.
Crazy, bro.
Bro, Kobe
Some of the
Bryant
people
was
that's
in
been-
Leeds and McDonald's.
Yeah,
bro.
I know that. John Cena was that and Leeds and McDonald's as well.
Is it?
Yeah, that needs a spot.
Anything
Yeah,
from,
yeah, but you
because it's on the
would've
motorway,
spot
that's
John
why.
Cena.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're on the motorway
I
and you're
think-
traveling
I
out,
think I was there that day, but I just couldn't see him.
Lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Oh yeah, true. So he was there. I couldn't see him.
Yeah.
I was there.
I was there.
Just by the way, guys, rest in peace. Yeah, rest in peace to Eddie Guerrero. Wallah. Recently,
facts,
wallah.
facts.
Recently,
Yeah,
man.
it's a remembrance.
Recently? He died like-
Yeah, I remember his death.
Oh,
but
was it
like,
ages ago? 15 days ago.
like 2 days ago.
Oh,
2
was
days
it
ago.
anniversary?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Rest in peace, man.
Rest in peace.
There's been still a lot of people. Kobe Bryant was just mentioned as well.
Well, his birthday's in January, but Eddie Guerrero was recent.
It was his birthday though. That's the day he died.
His birthday was in January. No, his birthday's in August. He died in January, innit?
Yeah.
this guy's
It's not too far
tweaking.
off.
He
Wallah.
died in November, bro.
Who?
You talk about
Kobe, yeah.
Yeah,
Kobe died
January.
in January, I remember, yeah.
Okay.
But, okay.
That's so irrelevant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But some crazy players have come to the Pav still.
Mad.
Crazy, bro. I played with a lot of ballers.
Yeah.
Did Eric Albert know you?
Of course, never.
Yeah, Stars, left back.
He said it's
Like,
like
I asked
Maldini.
you twice.
Oh, I didn't ask keeper now. I'm tweaking today.
I picked
Liban?
Marcelo.
Fairs.
That's my pick
Fairs.
still. Yeah.
Mm.
It was a toss up between.
That's a
Maldini-
16, 17-year-old era.
Maldini and Marcelo.
He's got an attacking
Yeah.
defense, you know that?
Yeah, but for me, it was between Maldini and
Mm.
Marcelo. Obviously, Maldini, I did watch Maldini, but I think because my growing up, obviously, Ronaldo, Messi era, Real Madrid, Barcelona, again, I'm always going to have to sway to that side because that's more my
Yeah.
era than it is.
Yeah.
I could have easily went with Maldini, could have picked it.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah,
like that would have been the easy
Yeah.
choice, but I
It's
said,
the errors,
nah.
isn't it, man?
Yeah, I'll stick with Marcelo.
I heard that.
What about you?
I got Nuno Tavares.
Crazy. Crazy. You actually pick him?
No, of course not. I was expecting you to have it.
You know, Stars, my team.
I was expecting you to have
No,
it.
I'm excited. Remember I said I was happy for this video? Well, I actually did it properly, bro.
No Nuno Tavares today.
No, he's not sniffing this team,
Oh,
bro.
wow.
He thinks sniffing Maldini.
Okay, I've got,
Only if you play for AC Milan, he probably would have sniffed.
yeah, but
Potential.
I've got a confession to make. I don't have a left back.
Why?
That's the only position I got blank. I don't have a favorite ever left back.
Okay, now that you... Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Now that you've heard everybody's choices, who would you go for?
Okay, so let me break it down. Maldini for me is like
You don't have to
I
pick
didn't.
any of
No,
us.
no, I'm
You have
not.
to,
No,
but I'm saying,
I'm
who
going
would
for
you-
it.
who would you prefer?
Maldini for me is like I know his greatness and everything. I didn't really watch him too much.
Yeah.
Mm,
I'll be honest. I didn't really watch other leagues growing up too much.
mm.
Ashley Cole, one of our, like he won the Invincibles of us. I can't pick him as an Arsenal fan. Marcelo, I've got this era. The Real Madrid, my back foot is Real Madrid Barcelona.
Yeah, that's
so
how
out of
mine
the
is.
three, it'll be Marcelo.
Fair
Mm.
enough.
Because
You
I
could
got
have Jordi Alba if you
I literally got Dani Alves, Ramos, Puyol, Real Madrid
You don't have
Barcelona.
Jordi Alba if you wanted.
Nah, for me, Marcelo, I prefer Marcelo.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Talent on the ball, obviously.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I prefer
yeah.
him over thing as well. So definitely, but yeah, my left. I don't have a favorite ever left back. I struggled. Only person I can think of is Ashley Cole, but I just couldn't bring myself to write his name down.
Another name I thought of, but I said, nah, I can't put him in. It was Evra.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Only because I enjoyed
Yeah, your
watching,
personal.
I enjoyed watching Evra.
Yeah, first.
Mm.
All right, going into the midfield now. I did it as like one DM, one CM, one cam. How did you guys do it?
The M2 cabs.
I just picked three of my best, bro.
Okay,
I
let's
can't
go
lie.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. I did
You was
one
doing top
TM,
of
2
them.
sentiments actually. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll go first. I've not gone first yet. Everyone knows who my DM is.
Mm.
This is my favorite player of all time in history of football.
Squeeze.
Sergio Busquets. I don't really have to say too much about that. Jen, my favorite man to ever step on this planet to ever kick a ball is Sergio Busquets.
Mhm.
Full stop. In central midfield, I was toss up between two. Toss up between Iniesta and Fabregas. Solid picks in it, big
Mhm.
names.
Centre mid, though.
Yeah, big names. I've gone for Iniesta. And then my cam go for Ozil.
You know what?
Busquets, Iniesta, and Ozil.
I was about to shake your hand, but
I
you
know,
flopped- flopped me just right at
Yeah,
the
it's
end.
fine, it's
Flopped
fine.
me right at the end.
It's fine.
I was gonna shake his hand. I thought we.
It's
I
fine.
thought,
But do you know why?
Then we thought
Okay, do you know why for me Ozil, yeah?
Yeah.
This goes to before he was at Arsenal. I used to
You understood?
idolize him at Real Madrid.
Bro,
I used to
I
think,
changed my name to Ozil.
See?
You need to stop changing your name to players, bro.
I used to do that back in the day.
that's what I'm saying though. Like
I'm
it's like
telling you.
it goes beyond Arsenal. Like, I
Yeah.
used to idolize him at things. So imagine that day
soon
we
be
signed.
Yaka's
Remember that day?
leaving.
That day we signed him. I was watching.
Crazy.
I was watching. What did he say?
That's it. Soon be Yaka's leave, man.
Yeah, nuts.
That's crazy.
But like I say, no,
You lot
let me
are
finish my
nuts.
point. But like I say, yeah, it goes beyond before.
Yeah.
I first like watched him properly at that 2010 World Cup. His goal against Ghana. Everything. I said, I like this guy. Then when he played for Real Madrid, it turned out to be on the Marino. Turned out to be. I loved him there. And then when we signed him at Arsenal, I was like, that's my, till this day. Like I haven't had any feelings like that in my life in football. When we signing a player, I was watching deadline day, and it came in late, like 11 p.m. It came in really late.
was celebrating because he came to the Prem.
He
Bro,
didn't
I
play.
genuinely thought he would come to us, man. I was praying that there's a slight change.
Yeah,
in
but even like,
bro, it's
obviously,
nuts.
like Arsenal, he got a lot of stick. Media didn't like him and that, but every time I watched him playing,
No, I
man,
can't lie,
like,
true. Before
I
Real
would see
Madrid,
magic.
I genuinely thought he was the best midfielder in the world at that point when he was at Madrid.
best 10.
But I think he was the best midfielder. I'm not gonna lie to you. I genuinely thought he was the best midfielder at Real
Yo,
Madrid.
yo.
Yeah, it's all good. So,
I genuinely thought. Like, I agree with you. Everything you said, I agree with.
exactly,
you.
and then,
Yeah.
and then obviously for me, it's like it carried on at Arsenal, and I genuinely saw he produced wonderful moments at Arsenal. Like the season where he had 20 assists
I agree
by
with you.
December. Some of the goals, like that strike he does against the
Back
floor,
off the
like
floor, yeah,
and
yeah,
so,
yeah.
like just seeing his quality as an Arsenal fan for me, and
I just it's a shame of how his career kind of went. Because I think he was destined to be one of the greatest of all time. I think,
and then
in some
even
ways
like
he is- he
even
is
like
a-
the politics stuff, like it's
Yeah.
peak. But yeah, that's me. Busquets, Iniesta, Ozil. But honorable mention to Fabregas because
yeah.
that's like same thing as like Lehmann. He was when I first started watching football.
Mine's
Fabregas.
literally identical to yours, except that instead of Ozil, I had Zidane.
So you got Busquets, Iniesta as well,
Yeah, Busquets and Iniesta.
and Zidane.
Iniesta for me, by the way, greatest midfielder ever.
I agree.
Ever
Oh,
in
in that
history.
position, yeah.
In history, yeah.
Busquets greatest DM, but yeah,
Yeah.
in that position,
Yeah. No, but if you said to me, just in general, who's the greatest midfielder of all time, it's Iniesta.
over
For me.
package. Yeah, Iniesta over Zidane.
Is Iniesta over Zidane? For me, personally.
I agree, but that's because I
What
watch
would you
Iniesta
say?
more than I watch Zidane.
No,
I
watched
agree
Zidane
though.
as well,
I'd say
Nah,
Iniesta.
to have Iniesta over Zidane's criminal still.
That's what I'm saying. People say that.
me as a personal, just a person. It's just
Like,
a personal.
36-year-old Zizou cooked Xavi
True,
and Iniesta, bro.
True.
Cooked them.
He did.
A 36-year-old,
Zidane's ridiculous.
36-year-old.
But I also did see Zidane get cooked as well. So it goes.
No,
both
I know,
ways.
but like
Yeah.
in terms of against them two,
Yeah.
he dominated them two,
Yeah.
and that's like when you're against the arguably the better midfielder.
Yeah,
when you're
yeah.
naming two people, you want to say right, who's better out of you two?
Yeah.
Get
But
at it.
I think at that time though it's very hard because obviously now that we look at the end of Iniesta's career and I'm looking at Zidane, for me personally, as just like my preference, I'll go with Iniesta just because of everything. For me, just a preference.
Yeah, for you,
It's a
yeah.
personal preference.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like it's like I'm not saying
Yeah.
it's 100%.
Yeah,
but it's
personal things, isn't it?
just personal. Like I feel
Mm.
I sway more to Iniesta just
Yeah.
because his style of play,
Same.
Yeah,
the dominance
Same.
during that era. Just even on international level, they were fake.
Iniesta's
They were
Iniesta.
fake.
Yeah.
They
Iniesta
were-
always had
yeah.
like my
They
jaw
were like
just
a cheat
like
code. Yeah, they were
like
a cheat
that
code.
Barcelona team. Like apart from Busquets, 'cause Busquets for
Yeah.
me is like just a personal thing of my position growing
Yeah.
up. I was a DM watching him,
Yeah.
but well, realistic when I was watching Barcelona, it was like when I wasn't trying to study Busquets, it was all Iniesta for me.
Yeah.
Like,
it's
we
mad
know-
though because
Messi's
it
Messi's
weren't really all Iniesta, bro.
No, but for
Xavi
me,
was such
no,
a massive
That's
part,
what
bro.
I'm saying. But
Yeah.
for me, it was like, for me, it's weird because like for me, it's Busquets, yeah, whatever. Like Busquets, my favorite player.
One that's
blah, blah.
wiring you the
I
most.
watch him.
in
I
Iniesta,
watch him when I want to study him.
Yeah.
Messi for me is like I know Messi's good, Messi's greatest player of all time, and then Xavi's obviously elite. But for me, Iniesta is the way he can weave in and out of players.
Well, this is what
it was mainly him linking up with Messi with the 1-2s. It was him with
Yeah,
Iniesta and Messi.
it was always an argument because obviously at my age group it was like a lot of people always chose Xavi over Iniesta, bro. The argument was mainly just that Xavi was better than Iniesta, but Iniesta, the person who's able to take on players, I always believe that they're better than the other players that can keep.
But look at
ball.
that, they had Busquets, Xavi, and Iniesta.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
scary. No wonder they won everything.
They were fake.
But yeah, it's
Go on,
like
Sean.
always the
Yeah.
fact that you've got like the person who takes on the better is always to me. I think beating players is always harder than keeping possession.
Yeah.
So for me, I always would have someone like Iniesta over a Xavi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I hear
But
that.
that's why with my three, I went with Pirlo, Iniesta, Zizou.
Okay.
Because like growing up, it's like with Pirlo, it's like you forget how good Pirlo was.
Yeah.
Like even when at the time of when he was being great, you don't see you'd think other players were better than him. But when you put him in the big matches, he shit on everyone, bro.
Yeah, that's true. Nah, I
He
can't
shit on
lie to
everyone,
you.
bro.
I remember the
Interdays, innit?
Euro 2012.
Euro 2012,
against
Spain in the group stages
Yeah.
and in the knockout stage, Pirlo ran the show in the first group stage game and then shut on them in the knockout game as well.
Yeah.
They had to put Spain played they had 4 men on Pirlo. They saw from when they got cooked in the group stage game, they said, we need to man out Pirlo. They put 4 men on Pirlo. They had Xavi, Iniesta,
Was that in
Busquets.
the Euro 2012?
Euro 2012.
You talking about the 20?
Sorry, it might be the
Euro
20.
2012, Italy was Spain final.
No, they played
2014
no, but
where
they
Jordi Alba
did they not
scored,
play
didn't
them?
I think you're talking
in
about
the final.
2014.
2014 Jordi Alba, no?
Which one was it that they got knocked out by?
I know they played them in the group stage. They played them in the group stage and then they played them in
No, I think it's
later down.
I think
No,
it's
it's
2014.
2012, they won 5-0.
2016 was it? Was it 2016 then?
Which one's the
There was
Where-
one
Nah.
where they lost 2-0.
Which
I
was
think
the one
They had a
that-
group game and then they
Remember
played in the
Ronaldo
knockout
popped?
stages as well.
against Denmark. They got
I'm
popped
sure it's
against
in
Portugal and
2012.
they popped some.
2012.
Nah, because 2012 they played in the final and
That's
they got
the
brought.
one.
I can't remember.
Euro 2012
No, but he
final,
ran the
Spain,
sh- like, he
Spain,
was running
Italy,
the show.
5-0 Spain.
No, I remember
Yeah.
him as an individually, like he was running the show.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. No, but like they had to
Yeah,
play
they had to play him, yeah,
four
yeah.
man on Pirlo to
That's
nullify
crazy,
his
nah,
ability
it's
because
crazy.
in the group stage game he absolutely ran the show.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
for me, Pirlo, Zizou's undeniable, bro.
Yeah.
I can't lie to you. You lot might have seen the later stages of him, but
Yeah, I saw the latest stages.
Zizou early stages is crazy, bro. Glided through people.
But that always tells me about that.
Yeah, Zizou.
Zidane
Zizou.
is
People
name was-
arguably say he's the best midfielder of all time, anyway, bro. So
Yeah, of course. Zizou for me. Zizou, isn't it?
yeah.
Stars?
My midfield three is Guti, Kaka, and Rui Costa.
This guy's got AC Milan whole squad.
And
The whole AC Milan squad, you know that?
Yeah.
Wallah, Rui Costa, my favorite player of all time.
That's his favourite player ever. I think I know that.
Favorite player of all
Rui
time.
Costa.
He's the reason I fell in love with football. Wallah.
he was a very good player though.
He was the reason I fell in love with
Very good
football.
player,
Wallah. And then obviously,
That's
he's
a
the reason.
weird free to pick. Apart
I
from
love-
Kaka. Well, Kaka, I understand. Guti was very
Kaka's
good.
a
player.
shout, you know.
Guti's just, that he was a beautiful player. Like
Yeah.
I loved the way he played and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And I don't know what it is. I admired him, the way he played, his style.
You know
all
what?
that
Yes,
stuff.
Shabby, you bro, you live in you're same age as me and Shark.
Bro, but
Xavi,
wallah, I'm not
Iniesta.
gonna lie to you. Yeah, Guti, obviously, as I said, Kaka, he was arguably like I bought like Kaka shirts and everything, bro. Arguably one of bro,
He won a Ballon d'Or.
he started the run like he was arguably one of the best players before obviously the Ronaldo Messi run. He was the last, no, besides Modric, but
Yeah, only
He
Modric.
was the
yeah.
last. He was the
Yeah.
last Ballon d'Or winner
he was,
before
bro,
the run
he
started.
was tearing it up.
Kaka for 3 years was unplayable, bro.
Unplayable, bro.
Unplayable.
And that's when I fell. That's when I fell in love with football. I was watching so much.
Even
I was a
even
huge AC Milan fan,
even
bro.
the Champions League final, that pass to Crespo,
Crespo.
he sent Gerrard.
Directly
He
in his
sent
path.
Gerrard, and then that ball to Crespo was literally
Bro.
Perfect.
No.
crazy, bro.
Yeah,
One of the
but
best
there's-
assists of all time.
Those moments happen. Like I've
Yeah.
seen
Oh,
loads,
those moments,
loads
yeah,
of
yeah,
midfielders
moments.
have
No, but
perfect
I'm
Even
saying-
Old
passes.
no,
Trafford,
but-
when you headed
but
the ball,
Kaka,
and
if you look,
killed
bro,
Heinz
I've got.
and-
Finish and,
I'm gonna send
No,
you.
it was Heinz and Evra,
Heinz
no?
and Evra, so yeah.
I'm gonna send you
bro.
a clip. Yeah, he absolutely Heinz hate and fucking
Bro.
Evra got torn to pieces. But I got a clip, and I got shown a clip the other day in it of Kaka, and I was like, I'm looking at the goals and stuff. Like he said, all these goals, they were only Champions League goals.
Bro, he was unreal.
There
bro.
was a 3-4 minute clip of just Champions League goals.
Yeah.
I said this guy was.
Bro, he
unreal,
was
bro.
like, he was near enough the next one up after Dino.
Yeah.
His greatness.
Bro, he
was
was like,
He
was so.
I think Real
so
Madrid
good.
is a
At one point
thing.
it was just fake.
Yeah, but
Bro,
Real
he was
Real
solid.
Madrid is a place where you can either make it or
Yeah.
you they'll ruin you.
And
I think him going to Real Madrid.
Remember, he joined 56 million, broke the transfer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ronaldo.
And then Ronaldo joined
Yeah.
80 million. I
No,
remember.
but when he joined Real Madrid, he had injury issues.
No, yeah, he had
Yeah,
injuries.
no, he had
yeah,
injuries.
yeah,
No, obviously
of course,
for me,
of course.
it's like
Yeah.
I loved him.
Yeah,
Because obviously Rui Costa for me, he's the reason I started, like when I was living in Holland, or whatever, I started watching football because of him.
he
Like,
looks
like-
so old, innit?
Yeah, bro. I remember he was one of the main guys at Portugal and AC Milan. So I was infatuated with AC Milan because of him. And then obviously once I got older, like 20, like not when I was like 10, 11, that's when obviously that's the rise of Kaka when he came into it. And then I was just pure AC Milan, just watching so much games of AC Milan. That's because the love I had for them, innit? That's why you see
A lot of
I'm
AC
so
Milan
influenced
players,
with things. Because for me, wallah, I used to watch a lot of AC Milan games back in the days.
That's an exclusive. Stars is an AC Milan fan as well, guys. Add that to
Wallah,
his
bro,
list
I was
of
huge,
teams he
bro.
supports.
Wallah, I was huge.
All right,
Fair enough.
the big.
That's why I know
balls.
Show with my team. Show's like,
Oh no, Kaka was in my team. Kaka's in my front three, bro.
I expected a Milan influence for you. I
Wallah,
expected it. All right, front three. We got a front three, everyone.
yeah.
Yep. I went with
Sean.
well, Kaka was in my front three because I just had to have him in my team.
Yeah. So you okay? Your midfield.
So I don't really, I'm not really a naturally 4-3-3. Pirlo, Iniesta, Zizou.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So I got Kaka in there,
Okay.
but Kaka had to be in there for what we've been talking about.
Okay.
And then my other two are they're the two best players that I've always grown up. They were my favorite players. Was
Yeah.
Dino, and no, Messi and Ronaldo's not in my team. They can't be in this teams. They can't be in this team. These are personal favorites.
I'm
growing up.
Messi is not on my team either.
Yeah, Messi and Ronaldo's not in my team, but the real Ronaldo's in my team.
R9.
The R9.
Dino
Real.
and R9.
Dino R9. They're the reason why I love growing up watching football. R9 was
What?
the best
yeah.
striker to ever play football.
That's one thing.
He's one of the best players to
That's the
ever
one thing
play
I'm gonna say
football.
about it. Not get to see him.
You not
yeah.
getting to see Ronaldo is crazy,
Early-
bro.
No,
early
I got to see
2000s.
him.
No, I know, but like,
but not his early. Like everyone always talks about the
Late
late
90s. Yeah, the 90s.
Everyone always
94
talks
World
about the late 90s,
Cup.
yeah.
like,
I remember
when he was
watching.
18
wallah,
to
I
like
remember-
22.
I
I remember
18 to
watching. I
22.
remember watching
Yeah.
2002 World Cup.
Yeah,
Not
like,
fully,
I
but
watched-
like,
I
I remember
don't-
watching.
No,
like,
no.
like,
But even that, he was already
stages.
established.
I was trying to say to you before.
Yeah.
My first ever football match I watched was England Brazil. 2002 World Cup.
Ronaldinho free kick.
Yeah, watched that
Oh,
in
Dave
primary
Seaman.
school. So I had no idea what was going on.
Because it was South Korea, so it was
early mornings. It was like 7:30.
We came in, in my high school. I went in there.
So I went to primary school, and then I didn't understand what was going on. So they just all took us to the. So in my primary school, they had like a little foyer. So you got 3 classrooms. So you got each classroom's got like 30 kids.
Yeah.
So but then you have a foyer which they had like a TV, and they made all the kids and all the TV the teachers basically bring us all into the foyer. Everyone sat down. They put the game on, and I'm like, "What's this?" And I'm bare watching it, and obviously you saw the heartbreak, the Ronaldinho free kick, and that was literally my first introduction to football. Then because of that, I followed the tournament.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
I never forgave Seaman after that. You know that. I never liked him ever again after that.
Really?
It meant so much. Yeah. We went into high school early to watch that game. Everybody was in the cafeteria, and I'm like, when you got them big moments when you're a kid, anybody that kills your chances, you'll hate them forever.
That's that. For me,
that's like Kaka and Sancho and Rashford.
It might be that for a lot of players.
For you lot, like Iron Robin.
Yeah, bro. Iron Robin's on my
right
list.
Winger,
He's my right winger.
Yeah, same.
But wallahi, bro, I was in the living room, killed me. Wallahi, killed me, bro.
Chance after chance,
bro, killed me.
I was just there watching, like, what is this brother on?
Bro, I was distraught. Bro, I was distraught, wallahi, bro.
Oh my god.
Yeah, not gonna lie, because that's when I was proper Holland fan. Like, I became a full-time England fan like since 2018 World Cup. Because now I'm not kidding myself. Like I've lived in all my life basically, but obviously because I was born in Holland, same as Stars was. But I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm always Holland. Yeah, no. I always have passport for Holland. My passport is still Dutch because I was born in Holland, but I've grown up here my whole life. When I was a kid, I liked being different, so I like being a Dutch kid. I support Holland. So that World Cup, I was 50. I was high school. That World Cup. That whole tournament, like I was so invested in obviously Netherlands team. I remember the Brazil game, we beat Brazil. I came home after school. I missed the first goal. We could see they were 1-0 down. Robinho scored. Got to the final and I was there literally. And Robin obviously missed chance after chance, 1-on-1s. But it's more like Cassius' greatness there.
No, you're right as well.
You got to give credit to Cassius.
You have to give credit to the keeper.
Like he came out quick for all the chances, all that stuff, the 1v1s. But like obviously it's heartbreak, but Robin for me, like it just apart from that one game and those chances, even like the World Cup after, where the Spain game, first game in the groups, he blitzed them, spun Ramos and left him for dead.
I ain't gonna lie to you, even like, what you call it,
Bayern.
I think even the goal when he scored against Dortmund in the Wembley, the final. Bro, I felt so happy for him because I was
finally
like, I've seen it
because he missed the penalty in the Champions League final against them, like. Finally, he got his big game goal like at Wembley. So
I was like, this guy.
Him and Ribery together were unreal.
Bro.
I think they did get like,
Chelsea Robin as well, man. Don't forget that.
What about Real Madrid Robin?
Huh?
What about Real Madrid Robin?
He was good as well, but Chelsea Robin was
wasn't as good.
And people were putting up, and people, I don't know who it is that tweeted me as well.
Yeah,
they put Robin's numbers up with I don't know, was it Matt Ritchie? I was like, you're comparing Matt Ritchie. I don't know if it was Matt Ritchie or it's another Newcastle player. It's one of the wingers.
Is it what's his name? That guy that played for Bournemouth. Not Matt Ritchie. I know he played for Bournemouth.
Ryan
the
Fraser.
Other guy. Ryan Fraser.
Ryan fucking Fraser. Someone sent me Ryan Fraser's numbers with Iron Roberts' numbers. I said, are you fucking sick in the head? I can't chat to these 17-year-olds no more. I said, it's sickening. It's sickening, man.
So what was your front three then?
It is Robin.
Yep.
I think the greatest Dutch player. So you know what pissed me off about Robin as well, bro? He was I think it was like 3 years ago when he retired. He was on 99 caps. I think it's the year that we didn't make Euro 20.
He retired on 99 caps.
The year that we didn't make the year we didn't make the World Cup. He was like, I'm done. I said, how are you ending it on 99? Well, I was fuming.
Even a testimonial match.
Well, bro, I was like, please get back, because bro, I was so invested with the Holland and obviously Robin and stuff. The left wing. The guy that made me fall in love, but it makes you feel like a kid. Yeah. Which make you go into the garden, do his tricks. Ronaldinho. Bro, he was a show. Wallahi. Like, I wish I was old enough to pay good money to watch him play.
100%.
Bro, he's the reason that Barcelona is really who they are now. If we're gonna be real, bro.
There's a lot of reasons. A lot of people can credit
but Dino was.
Bro, he's the main reason though. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
I went to England.
He brought eyes onto that team. People want to watch Barcelona.
Oh yeah.
2000,
no, but you know what I'm talking about. Obviously, it's
13,
good. No. Obviously, it's good. But
last ever game for Brazil.
No, that's amazing.
Neymar was playing as well. Neymar was on the team as well.
No, but for me, it's like, imagine watching that 05 to 08 stretch. 04, 03, 04 to 08 stretch, bro. That year, bro, he was, I don't know. Like, he was box office. He was someone, wallahi, you pay to watch. He's putting up a show, regardless if he doesn't score, he scores. Like, wallahi, if you gave me the opportunity, to watch Messi in his prime life or Ronaldinho, wallahi, I'd be like watching Ronaldinho.
Yeah.
I've both of them, wallahi.
A lot of people would agree.
I probably would have chose it as well.
Wallahi, bro.
Would agree.
He was unreal. And then the greatest person to ever kick ball, R9. Wallahi.
Yeah.
Wallahi for me.
Greatest person to kick ball.
Kick ball, bro. Wallahi, bro. Because obviously he was not my era, but then watching highlights and watching the way people talk about the greatest defenders to ever play the game.
He tore them all apart.
And then the videos of that Desai and Thuram talking about
that video.
I said, bro, they're France.
The way they're talking about him, and they're France. They're one of the most elite countries of all time. You know.
Wallahi,
in terms of that team, that specific team.
And then also the fact he came back from a torn ACL.
But that's Zizou, bro.
Bro,
when you got Zidane in your team and you was worried about Ronaldo.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Bro, he came back from a torn ACL, done his knee, was out for 2 years.
Yep.
And what was he, runner-up for Ballon d'Or?
That was a career
I said,
ending
how
injury,
the
and he still came
hell,
back.
how the hell are you still at that level? And like, he played at the best league. He played at Serie A, the best league.
He was robbed. He was robbed of having. He was robbed of being the best player of all time. Still, can't lie.
What was it? The '98. Was he ill?
When they carried him onto the pitch.
He played.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He was ill. Remember, and they said that he might not play.
Yeah, and then they carried him onto the pitch. He was fucked.
Something dodge happened.
Bro,
definitely big conspiracy there of how he was going on.
Bro, his record at PSV as well. His record at Serie A. Bro, he was unreal, man. Great. Well, generally, bro, like, because I don't know. I generally think
for me, so that's just, like I said, it's the player where it's like I just wish I got to watch him play.
Yeah.
I know everything about him. I've watched the videos that everyone's watched.
The only time I watched him was the Germany. I watched the German.
Like it wasn't someone.
I remember watching the Germany-Brazil. I think that's one of my first ever games I've ever watched. The Germany-Brazil World Cup where he did the step over thing. I remember. I still remember sitting in my living room, my dad next to me, and I watched that final where I think he took it around the keeper, innit?
Yeah.
Well,
he loved doing that,
bro. Well, I know this guy. I don't know, like. He made defenders look silly. He made I don't know what it is like. You know, like how we talk about Ronaldinho and these man idolized him. That's for me. That greatness is just
idolized them. That's how.
Bro,
that's how you know.
And also for me, the defenders back then, I generally think were way better than they are now.
Way better.
So for me, if those ones at that time go in, this guy is the greatest.
They're way better, bro.
Buffon coming out.
You're talking about the era. We just spoke about it earlier on.
There's big names, but defending overall in general wasn't better back then, I don't think.
Nah, that's
a different topic. We're talking about Ronaldo. I just don't agree that. I agree with everything you said apart from that, but it's fine.
That's fine.
I don't have to agree with everything you said.
That's fine. No, for me, he was just the GOAT. Greatest person to ever step on the field.
I think great striker.
I think ever. I think ever.
Great striker. Yeah. Levan, your front three.
Mine, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't ignore them because that's my era. These are the people that I grew up watching, and it has to be Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, and for me, the guy on the left will be Ronaldinho.
That is scary.
Because Ronaldinho, for me, I feel like every player has their impact.
Yeah.
In terms of on your, let's say, footballing journey, if that makes sense in it. So for Ronaldinho, for me, he made me love watching football.
Like, he's had the most. He has the biggest impact.
Biggest impact. Personally, I genuinely fell in love with football. Like I was literally every day, lunchtime. You know what I mean? School lunchtimes, after school. Like the reason why I went into getting into playing football. Was because Ronaldinho, bro. Ronaldinho, like he's the one that literally got me so infatuated with
bro, everything, his hair, the samba, the dancing, everything, bro.
The Joga Benito.
Bro, he was Showtime, bro.
Why do you think I could do round the world and all that kind of stuff? Even
every kid, everyone just trying flip flaps, bro. Flip flaps was the one where I remember as a kid just being like trying to learn how to do flip flap.
Even
that was the number one thing that I learned from Ronaldinho.
Even the Chelsea one.
Yeah,
where he did that, and then he did that, and then
well,
I still remember the next day at school, I tried it.
I remember watching it live.
Bro, the next day I tried it at school.
Ronaldinho was like the first like iconic footballer. Bro, it's like he didn't feel real. Like in terms as a footballer, like even the adverts, the Nike adverts for the Brazil team.
It's crazy, but wallahi, bro.
The Joga Benito stuff.
But I generally put him, wallahi, it might sound brazen, I generally put him Jordan States for me. Of how much he's impacted football.
No facts, but I don't agree. No, the thing is, see, I'm with Sharky, so with the Ronaldo thing, I would put, I'm talking about R9 here, I would put him in, but for me, my first ever memory of him was the 2002 World Cup. And I remember watching the final against Germany. I remember watching it live with my family in the living room, and it was one of those ones where he's iconic, but I didn't really have a connection. And especially when I started watching him at club level at Real Madrid, like I knew of his talent. I knew how much people spoke about him, but it was like I never really had a connection with him. Ronaldinho was probably the first one that really genuinely had a genuine connection with. You know what I mean? So that's why I know. So that's exactly another one. Like I'm with Sharky. As much as I know about him and how much everyone always talks about and how highly they speak of him, can't have him because I just didn't have that connection with him.
Yeah, I agree.
So
my front three was Ian Robin, Thierry Henry up front. Being a young Arsenal fan, Thierry Henry is like watching him and then all that stuff. And like for me, I was like on the left side. Obviously Ronaldinho came across my mind. Like there was that as a kid, like I said, trying to flip flops and everything. But say Ronaldinho was like, I didn't watch him too much, like, but obviously I watched him in the big games when Barcelona had Champions League nights, flipping against us and stuff. But had to go Alexis Sanchez, man.
Yeah, like, that's a lie. You didn't go with Alexis Sanchez.
I did go Alexis Sanchez.
You did, man.
This is personal, though, innit?
Do you know how much I love that man?
He didn't.
Do you know how much I love that Sanchez?
Yeah, I know how much you love him, but he didn't put him in the list.
Honestly, bro, I got Alexis Sanchez.
You know what? If this is Wallah on the real, if this is for TikTok or
It's
personal
not for
stuff,
anything,
Wallah,
bro.
I respect it.
No.
Get the grind going. Wallah, I gotta have Ronaldinho. It's not.
No, it's not about personal as the
for
best.
me, Ronaldinho's
It's
my
about
honourable
personal,
mention.
yeah.
My honourable
So
mention.
Ronaldinho to honorable mention.
I'm staying true to myself.
I hear that. Alexis Sanchez.
I'm
Him
staying
growing
true
up,
to myself.
that was his player.
I respect it.
But the thing is, it's like you guys think what? So it's like no one that's like been playing the last couple of years can't make it. It's always got to be someone that when I was younger. Why does it always have to be someone when I was
anyone.
younger?
No, it could be
someone.
anyone.
It could be a current Arsenal black.
No, it could be anybody.
With Alexis Sanchez wouldn't even sniff. He wouldn't even sniff.
Yes, but I'm saying, of course, we won't even tie Ronaldinho's boots.
Yeah.
What I'm saying
Yeah,
is,
it's his personal.
the years
No, I hear it.
watched Sanchez week in, week out. I was excited to watch him. I would turn the TV on, and this is dark days at Arsenal as well. Most of the time, he was my saving hope, my saving grace.
Yeah.
I respect
I'll
it.
be excited to watch him and the things he produced and all that stuff, the quality he produced. With Ronaldinho, like I said, I gave him his respect. I opened it. We're talking about how much as a kid I remember, but it was like one of them was like everyone. I respect it. Everyone, but I didn't have these flipping. I didn't have these Sky Sports and stuff. I don't have the Sky Sports.
Yours was circumstantial, yeah.
I can only watch Ronaldinho on ITV Champions League nights. I couldn't watch him anywhere
Those were the
else.
special nights as well, though.
And I'd watch him.
No, but that's
Yeah,
how
but
much.
like he
That's how I
said,
watched it.
but like he said, for him personally, the dark days of Arsenal, from when you're in a dark place and there's only one person that's giving you some saving grace.
It was Stockholm
and
syndrome.
brightness. Yeah, that's what it is.
It was Stockholm syndrome. Like Arsenal, like it was stuck. I thought
No,
captive,
I respect
captive
it.
Arsenal, and you fall in love with like your captain. And the only saving hope was Sanchez. I fell in love with him even more. It was enhanced because Arsenal weren't that great. It was my love for him was enhanced because the only one that was actually doing magic, producing moments, scoring the free kick against Southampton. I was there. Great goal. Like scoring these.
No, well,
in the FA Cup final.
Yeah.
That's
there's
what
an
it is.
attachment to everything, so I hear that.
That's what it is, man. I love that guy. But those are our like favorite ever players at every position. Like I said at the start of the episode, if you guys have your list, feel free to put them in the comments below. Sean will be responding to your comments, I assume, anyways. And yeah, hashtag SCSPod on Twitter to get involved in the chats, in the banter, and everything you want. And yeah, at SDSPod on TikTok. Check out everyone's social media as well, and feel free to message them.
LDN.
Feel free to message them during the week, and we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.